It's a game of the week. We'll be at Oakland Coliseum today as the first place Oakland A's take on the last place in the American League East, Boston Red Sox. Oakland and Boston last week had a two-game set at Fenway Park, rained out, so they met for the first time this season last night, and Oakland defeated Boston 8-5. They were led by Mike Hegan, the hottest hitter in baseball right now. He went 3 for 4 with a home run, drove in 2 runs. Reggie Jackson went 2 for 4. Mike Epstein hit a home run. That was Bob Locker got the win in relief, taking over for Blue Moon Odom, and Louis Tiant, the Red Sox newest starter, took the loss. We will be right back with the starting lineups. It's Saturday, May 13th, 1972, and we are at the Oakland Coliseum as the Oakland A's take on the Boston Red Sox. Oakland has a 12-6 record. They are in first place in the American League West, but they have California, Kansas City, and Chicago breathing down their necks. Boston, on the other hand, has a record of 6-2 or 6-12, and they are, I believe, tied for last place. No, they're in last place in the AL East. They're 7 games behind the league leading Baltimore Orioles. Marty Patton takes the mound for Boston. He's made 6 starts. He's 1-2 with an ERA of 3.20. This is his first start against Oakland. He'll be opposed by Catfish Hunter. He's made 6 starts. He's 5-0. He leads the majors in wins for pitchers right now. He has an ERA of 2.49. This is his first start against Boston. It's 62 degrees out here. Wind speed is 15 miles per hour out to right center, so it's a chilly day here in Oakland. Starting lineup for the Boston Red Sox will be leading off the center fielder Tommy Harper, batting second to second baseman Doug Griffin, batting third to catcher Carlton Fisk, batting fourth to right fielder Reggie Smith, batting fifth to third baseman Rico Petrocelli, batting sixth to left fielder Rick Miller, batting seventh to shortstop Luis Aparicio, batting eighth to first baseman Danny Cater, and batting ninth to pitcher Marty Patton. On defense, Oakland will line up with Mike Egan at first base, Gene Tennis at second, Bert Campaneris at shortstop, Sal Bando at third, Bobby Brooks in left field, Reggie Jackson in center field, Angel Manguel in right field, Dave Duncan catching, and on the mound, Jim Catfish Hunter. Hunter mixes it up between the fastball and the curve. He tends to keep the ball high. He can give up the home run at times, especially if the bases are empty. So far this season, he's pitched 47 innings. He's given up 36 hits. 5 of those have been home runs. He's walked 13. He has struck out 39. His last start was against Milwaukee on May 9th, where he went 6 innings, gave up 7 hits, 3 runs. 2 of those were earned. He walked 3, struck out 7. He came away with a no decision that day. He has a 5-game winning streak going on. Leading off for Boston is Tommy Harper. He's hitting 211, 2 home runs, and 7 runs batted in. Harper came over to Boston in the big trade with Milwaukee. Oh, excuse me. He came over to Boston along with Lou Krause, Marty Patton, and minor leaguer Pat Scrabble for Ken Brett, Billy Canigliaro, Joe LaHoo, Jim Lonborg, Don Pavletich, and George Scott. Right now, that trade is very unpopular in Boston, and today's starting pitcher, Marty Patton's been hearing a lot of boos at Fenway Park. Boston has lost 6 straight and 8 out of their last 10. Here's the first pitch. Swing and a miss. Strike 1 on a fastball. Another swing and a miss. Strike 2. That was a changeup. Too high. Ball 1. Pops it up. Duncan is there. He had to move quick because of the wind. He slipped and fell, but he held on. 1 out. That brings up the second baseman, Doug Griffin. Griffin's hitting .328. No home runs, 11 runs batted in. The 1-0 pitch. Base hit in the left field. That brings up Carlton Fisk, the rookie catcher. He's hitting .263. 4 home runs and 9 runs batted in. He's a good-looking rookie this year. Fastball, swing and a miss, strike 1. That was up around the shoulders, ball 1. Strike 2 called. Fouls it back. Count remains 1-2. Red Sox are managed by Eddie Casco, and he is really on the hot seat this year. The 1-2 pitch. Grounder up the middle. Campaneris to his left has it. Throws, but Fisk is safe. So that puts runners on first and second, 1 out. That brings up Reggie Smith. Smith's hitting .273 with 3 home runs, 11 runs batted in. Smith is hitting .417 in the month of May, 10 for 24. His home run total declined a little bit last year. He had 31 home runs in 69, 37 in 70, and then in 1971 it dipped down to 27 home runs. But he is still a long ball threat. Just below the belt, strike 1. Ball 1. Hits a fly ball into center field. Jackson's drifting back. He's got it. 2 outs. That brings up the third baseman, Rico Petrocelli. Petrocelli's hitting .175. No home runs, 5 runs batted in. Rick Miller's on deck. He hits a fly ball in the left center. Jackson's on his horse, and he's got it. 3 outs. No runs, 2 hits, no errors, 2 left. We go to the bottom of the first. It's Boston nothing. Oakland is coming to bat. The Oakland A's starting lineup. Batting first, the first baseman, Mike Hegan. Hegan is the hottest hitter in baseball right now. Batting second, the second baseman, Gene Tennis. Batting third, the center fielder, Reggie Jackson. Batting fourth, the third baseman, Sal Bando. Batting fifth, the shortstop, Bert Campaneris. Batting sixth, recent call-up from the minor leagues, Angel Manguel. Batting seventh, catcher, Dave Duncan. Batting eighth, the left fielder, another recent call-up, Bobby Brooks. And batting ninth, the pitcher, Catfish Hunter. On defense, Boston has Danny Cater at first base, Doug Griffin at second, Luis Aparicio at short, Rico Petrocelli at third, Rick Miller in left, Tommy Harper in center, Reggie Smith in right, Carlton Fisk catching, and on the mound, Marty Patton. Patton, fastball, curveball pitcher. He has a record of 1-2. 45 innings pitched. He's given up 35 hits, 3 of those home run. He has walked 8, struck out 31. Leading off is Mike Hegan. He's hitting .474, 5 home runs, 11 runs batted in. Hegan hit .414 in April, 12 for 29. He's hitting .536 in May, 15 for 28. He has a 6-game hitting streak. In 4 of those 6 games, he's had 3 hits. He had 3 hits last night. He's had 3 hits the last 3 games in a row. Mike Hegan's a Massachusetts native, but he grew up in Cleveland. His father was a longtime catcher for the Cleveland Indians, Jim Hegan. Mike Hegan, in fact, graduated from St. Ignatius in Cleveland. That was one of my school's biggest rivals. And one year in Cleveland in high school, he was voted the Catholic Athlete of the Year. He is 30 years old. His major league career goes back to, 1967 as a regular. He had got into a couple games in 64 and 66. He was with the Yankees. Then he went to the Pilots in the expansion draft. Spent a year and a half with Milwaukee, and he was traded mid-season from Milwaukee to Oakland last year. Looks like he's a year older than my dad, so he was probably the class of 1960 in high school. Yeah, St. Ignatius, they were an athletic powerhouse when I was in school. They were also an athletic powerhouse football-wise in the 90s. They were one of the top high school football teams in the country. All right, Marty Patton looks in. The 1-0 pitch. Base hit in a right field. His hot hitting continues. Not sure what's gotten into him. He's a lifetime .246 hitter. But he is just on fire this season. Mike Hegan will never actually play for the Cleveland Indians, but he will become a longtime Cleveland Indians broadcaster. And in my opinion, he was one of their better broadcasters. That brings up Gene Tennis, the second baseman. He's hitting 288, 2 home runs, 7 runs batted in. Right now, second base is kind of in flux for Oakland. Dick Green, who got talked out of retirement over the winter by manager Dick Williams and owner Charlie Finley, went down with a back injury. He might be out for the season. In fact, there's some thought that he might just hang it up. He wanted to retire and go back to South Dakota and run his family's moving business. Right now, the regular second baseman, they don't really have one. They have Larry Brown, who had been the backup. He came over from Cleveland last year. And then they just brought up Bobby Brown. From their minor league affiliate, which I'm not sure who their minor league affiliate is. Or no, I got that wrong. Bobby Brooks was the player that they brought up, but he's playing the outfield today. In real life, when Dick Williams was the manager, second base was like never a regular position for the. He would sometimes use 2 or 3 second basemen in a game. Dick Green, I guess, was their main regular, but he was a good field, no hit kind of reputation. All right, here's the first pitch to Tennis. Yeah, that was something I should have. There's always stuff I should have looked up before I do this that it doesn't occur to me until I'm actually talking. Curveball. He swung at one right out of the strike zone. Strike 2. Low, ball 1. Strike 3 called. First out for Pat, and that brings up Reggie Jackson. Jackson's hitting 328, 6 home runs, and 19 runs batted in. Last year was an interesting season for Reggie Jackson because in real life, he was having a rough season where there was a lot of talk that he was going to get sent down to I gotta look up and see where. I'll be right back. Oh, how could I forget it? The A's minor league squad, the one that they're most associated with, is Birmingham, right near Tuscaloosa. And Jackson was having a season where they were talking like he was going to be sent down to Birmingham. And it never happened, but in my APC season, Jackson had a good year. So a lot of times my season kind of mirrors what's going on in the real world, but sometimes it doesn't. Here's the first pitch. Down and away, ball one. Jackson hits base hit in right field. Hegan stops at second. So Oakland has runners on first and second, one out. That brings up Sal Bando. Bando, like Jackson, went to Arizona State. And like Hegan, Bando grew up in the Cleveland area. He grew up, I believe, in North Randall, by where Randall Park Mall was. I don't remember if Randall Park Mall was built in that. I think it was built by 1972, but I don't think it was there when Bando was growing up. I'm not sure where the Hegan family lived when they lived in Cleveland. Bando has an 8-game hitting streak. It's a grounder up the middle. Griffin to Aparicio for one. Decatur double play. 4-6-3 double play. Jackson took Aparicio out, but Aparicio, one of the best all-time fielding shortstops, is able to make the play. No runs, 2 hits, no errors, 1 left. We've played 1 here in Oakland. No score. It'll be Rick Miller, Luis Aparicio, and Danny Cater for Boston in the second. Let's see what's going on with Yastrzemski. I think he's injured. Yeah, Yaz is on the DL. That's why he's not playing. I haven't seen Boston since the opening week of the season the week of their Patriots Day game against Cleveland. So I guess I'm a little behind on what's going on with them. Rick Miller, the rookie, he is 1 for 10 on the season. He got into 16 games last year. Hit 267 in that abbreviated period. His first hit came against the California Angels. The 1-0 pitch. Grounder up the middle, base hit. That's his second hit of the season. Second hit of the season. That brings up Luis Aparicio, hitting .221, 1 home run, 5 runs batted in. Aparicio's career goes back to 1956 when he was a Rookie of the Year. So he got his start when my dad was in the 7th grade. Played for the White Sox, then the Orioles, went back to the White Sox, and came over to Boston last season. He is one of the all-time great fielding shortstops. And he hasn't been quite a slouch with the bat. He's a lifetime .260 hitter. He has 69 home runs. He has 490 stolen bases in his career. Had a high of 60 stolen bases in 1959. And he was the Rookie of the Year in 1956. He shared that honor with Frank Robinson. Fastball, strike one called. Too low, ball one. Low and outside, ball two. It's fly ball in the left center. Jackson running back, he's got it. One out, made it to the wall, but not quite far enough. That brings up Danny Cater. Cater's hitting 179. No home runs, 9 runs batted in. This is Cater's first year with Boston. He got into 47 games with the Phillies in 64. Then he moved over to the American League, playing for the White Sox, the Kansas City, and then Oakland A's, and the Yankees. He's off to a slow start. He's generally been a good hitter. He had 322 for New York last year. And even though they're not playing, he always seems to play good against the Indians. High and outside, ball one. It's fly ball in the right center. I don't know what's going on here. Jackson collided. Oh, and Manguel is able to hold on. Nice play by Angel Manguel. They're going to go out there and check out those two, Jackson and Manguel. They're a little shaken up, but it looks like they're going to stay in the game. Two outs. That brings up the pitcher, Marty Patton. He is hitting .077. He's 1 for 13. His one hit this year has been a double. Fastball, swing and a miss, strike one. In at the knee, strike two. That's too high, ball one. I generally get more familiar with these teams as I see them play more against the Indians, or if it's a National League game, when they play against the Dodgers. But right now, like I said, I've seen the Indians play Boston 3 games, but that was games 2, 3, and 4 of the season. And Cleveland hasn't faced Oakland yet. Hits fly ball in the center field. Jackson's there, and he's got it. 3 outs, no runs, 1 hit, no errors, 1 left. We go to the bottom of the second. It is Boston nothing, Oakland nothing. Bert Campaneris leads off for Oakland. Sitting 221, no home runs, 10 runs batted in. Campaneris is off to a bit of a slow start. His offensive production kind of regressed last year as well. That said, he's a guy I hate seeing him get on base when he's playing against Cleveland. He seems like he generally plays well against the Indians. The 1-2 pitch. Grounder to first. Cater has it. He'll take it himself. 1 out. That brings up Angel Manguel, the right fielder. He's hitting .323. 1 home run, 8 runs batted in. He was called up on April 28th. He had a good rookie season with Oakland last year. He had .287, 14 home runs. He drove in 49 runs. Yeah, he was brought up in place of, it looks like, George Hendrick, who was sent down. Anybody who followed the A's in 1971 or 1972 rather will know that they had a lot of roster movement that year. They probably had more roster moves, I think, than any other team. And Charlie O'Finley, boy, he kept moving players in and out of there. The 2-2 pitch. Fly ball in the right field. Reggie Smith over to his right. Has it. 2 outs. That brings up the catcher, Dave Duncan. Duncan's hitting .226. 6 home runs, 16 runs batted in. And spoiler alert, Dave Duncan, future member of the Cleveland Indians. The 1-1 pitch. Shallow fly ball in right field. Rick Miller coming in. He's got it. No runs, no hits, no errors, no one left. We played 2 here in Oakland. No score. It's the top of the order for the Red Sox. Harper, Griffin, and Fisk. Tommy Harper is 0 for 1. He popped to Dave Duncan. Tommy Harper was a member of the Cleveland Indians. He was a Rookie of the Year, in fact, in 1963 with the Cincinnati Reds. He spent 1 year in Cleveland after the way he played in Cincinnati. I thought he would do better than he did. That was 1968, the year that the Indians made a significant run to the pennant. Oakland did too. It ultimately went to. There were 5 teams in the mix for the pennant on the last 3 days of the season. And the weakest of those 5 teams, the Yankees, was a team that ultimately won the pennant. Then he spent 1969 with Seattle. Joe Schultz gave him the green light to steal whenever he wanted. He stole 92 bases. Which, going back to 1940 in my APC league, that is the American League record for stolen bases in a season. The only player who stole more bases than that was Maury Wills in 1959, I think, stole 104. Then with Milwaukee in 70 and 71, he stole 34 bases in 70 and 31 in 71. So he's a guy you don't want to see get on base. He's hitting 146 against right-handers. He bunts. Hunter throws. Oh, the throw goes into the outfield. Manguel backs it up. Hunter charged with an error. That brings up Doug Griffin, who's 1 for 1. He singled in the first. Inside, ball 1. He bunts. Duncan has it. He throws a tennis for the out. Harper takes second on the sacrifice. That brings up Carlton Fisk. He's 1 for 1. He had an infield single in the first. Pops it up down the left field line, but that is foul. Outside, ball 1. Low and away, ball 2. Low and outside, ball 3. 3 balls, no strikes. Liner down the left field line. That's fair. That's in the corner. Harper rounds third. He'll score. Fisk slides into second. Safe with a double. That's his 5th double of the year. Boston takes a 1-0 lead. Sal Bando got a late break on that one. That brings up Reggie Smith, who's 0 for 1. He flied deep to Reggie Jackson in the first. Fastball, grounded on the first base line. That's foul. Got the inside corner. Strike 2. Charlie Finley's probably on the phone trying to get a hold of Dick Williams. Grounder to second. Tennis. Throws to first. 2 outs. That moves Carlton Fisk to third. That brings up Rico Petrocelli. He's 0 for 1. He hit a deep fly ball to Reggie Jackson in the first inning. Hits a fly ball into right field. Manguel backing up. He's got it. 3 outs. But Boston gets 1 run, 1 hit, 1 error, 1 left. We go to the bottom of the third. It is Boston 1, Oakland nothing. That's an unearned run charge to Catfish Hunter. Bobby Brooks leads off. The left fielder. He's hitting .314, no home runs and 2 runs batted in. He is 16 for 51. That is not too bad. Brooks got into 27 games in 69 and 20 games in 70. So he was not with the team at all last season. The 2-2 pitch. Bouncer to second. Griffin has it. Throws him out. 1 out. Here's Catfish Hunter. He is 3 for 14 on the year with no home runs and 1 run batted in. The 2-1 pitch. Foul ball. Strike 2. Pops it up. First base side. Foul ground. Griffin's after it. He dropped it. Oakland has a huge amount of foul territory, and Griffin might not be used to that with how small the foul territory is at Fenway Park. Strike 3 called. That's strikeout number 2 for Marty Patton. That brings up Mike Hegan, who's 1 for 1. He singled back in the first. The 0-1 pitch. Fly ball into right field. Fisk back at the wall. That's gone! Home run number 6 for Mike Hegan. Mike Hegan last season had 1 home run. His season high is back in 1970 when he had 8 home runs. So it's like he's having an out-of-body experience with Jimmy Fox. That brings up Gene Tennis, who's 0 for 1. He struck out in the first. The 0-2 pitch. Grounder up the middle. Griffin to his right has it and throws him out. 3 outs, but Oakland gets 1 run, 1 hit. There was 1 error, no one left. We played 3 here in Oakland. We are tied at 1 apiece. Let's take a look around baseball right now. Final score at Shea Stadium. Mets 5, Giants 3. Dave Marshall hit his second home run of the year for the Mets. Buzz Capper got the win. No report on who got the loss. Yesterday, Willie Mays made his debut with the New York Mets. He went 3 for 4. He had a single, double, and a triple. Final in Minnesota, the Brewers beat the Twins 3-1. Johnny Briggs hit his 3rd home run of the year for Milwaukee. Skip Lockwood got the win. And Bert Blyleven got the loss. Bert Blyleven, I believe, had 11 strikeouts in that game. And final in Cleveland, Indians beat the Rangers 4-2. Tom McCraw ended that game with a 2-run pinch hit home run in the bottom of the 9th. Denny Riddleberger got the win for Cleveland, and Paul Lindblad took the loss for Texas. McCraw has hit a home run in 4 straight games now. For Boston in the 4th, it will be Rick Miller, Louis Aparicio, and Danny Cater. Miller is 1 for 1. He is a single today. The 1-2 pitch. It's a routine fly ball into center field. Jackson's there and has it. 1 out. Jackson's been busy. That's his 5th putout of the game. And he also had a collision with Angel Manguel, who has made 2 putouts in the game. There's only been 1 infield assist right now for the A's. That was Gene Tennis to Mike Hegan. Here's Louis Aparicio. He's 0 for 1, or 0 for 1. He flied out to Jackson in the 2nd inning. The 0-1 pitch. Fly ball in the right field. Manguel's at the wall. He's got it. 2 outs. And that brings up Danny Cater, who's 0 for 1. He flied out to Reggie Jackson in the 2nd inning. The 2-2 pitch. Hits a routine fly ball in left field. Bobby Brooks coming in. He's got it. 3 outs. Nothing across for Boston in the 4th. Bottom of the 4th for Oakland will be Reggie Jackson, Sal Bando, and Bert Campaneris. This is WJST, Parma, Norwich, and Tuscaloosa. Jackson's 1 for 1 today. He singled in the 1st. Grounder up the middle. Griffin to his right, backhands it, throws him out. 1 out. Sal Bando, he's 0 for 1. He grounded into a double play in the 1st inning. The 1-1-2 pitch. Pops it up on the infield. Aparicio takes charge. 2 outs. That brings up Bert Campaneris, who's 0 for 1. He grounded to Cater. in the second inning. The 2-1 pitch. It's a shallow fly ball in a left field. Rick Miller's there, and he's got it. 3 outs. Nothing across for Oakland in the fourth. We go to the fifth. Boston 1, Oakland 1. Boston has 1 run, 4 hits, 1 error. They've left 4 men on base. Oakland has 1 run, 3 hits, 1 error. They've left 1 man on base. Boston scored in the third. Harper was safe at first on Jim Hunter's throwing error. Griffin sacrificed him to second. And Carlton Fisk doubled down to third base line. That scored him with the game's first run. And then in the bottom of the third with 2 outs, Mike Egan hit a solo home run down the right field line. That tied the game. Marty Patton leads off for Boston in the fifth. He's 0 for 1. He flied out to Reggie Jackson in the second. Jackson was busy in the second inning. He made all 3 of the outs against Boston that inning. 1-0 pitch. Liner in the right center base hit. Patton rounds first. He slides in the second with a double. That's his second hit of the season. They're both doubles. That brings up Tommy Harper. He's 0 for 2. He was safe on an error in the third and came around to score Boston's only run of the game so far. He's batting .400 with runners in scoring position. Curveball, low and inside, ball 1. Fly ball in the center field. Jackson's there. He's got it. 1 out. Jackson's usually a center or a right fielder, but he hasn't looked too bad this year against or playing center field. That brings up Doug Griffin. He's 1 for 1 with a single. He singled in the first, and he hit a sacrifice bunt in the third, which put Harper in scoring position. Swing and a miss, strike 1. Too low, ball 1. It's a hard grounder to third. Bando's up with it to throw. Bang, bang, play. Griffin's out. And Bando had time to look Patton back to second. That brings up Carlton Fisk. He's 2 for 2. He had an infield single in the first, and he doubled in the third. That scored Tommy Harper. So he's driven in Boston's only run of the game so far. Base hit in the left field. Patton rounds third. He'll score. Boston takes a 2-1 lead. That's Fisk's third home run and second run batted in today. That kid, he's one of the best looking rookies so far this year. Here's Reggie Smith, who's 0 for 2. Fastball just below the knees, ball 1. Smith hits a fly ball in a right field. Bankwell's there. He has to dive, and he's got it. 3 outs. That's his second great play of the game. But Boston gets 1 run, 2 hits, no errors. They leave 1 man on base. We go to the bottom of the 5th. It's Boston 2, Oakland 1. And after making that great play, Angel Manguel leads off for Oakland in the 5th. He is 0 for 1. He flied out to Tommy Harper in the 2nd. The 3-0 pitch. Ball 4. He was taken all the way on that. First walk given up by Marty Patton. That brings up Dave Duncan, who's 0 for 1. He had a shallow fly ball to Tommy Harper in the 2nd. Swing and a miss, strike 1. Another swing and a miss, strike 2. Pops it up, first base side, caters after it, but it makes the seats. Ball 1, 1 ball, 2 strikes. Hits a fly ball in center field. Harper going back, he's on the track, he's got it. 1 out. That brings up Bobby Brooks, who's 0 for 1. He grounded at Doug Griffin in the 3rd. Changeup blowing inside, ball 1. Fastball too high, ball 2. Low and inside, ball 3. 3 balls, no strikes. Strike 1 called. He was taken all the way on that one. Breaking ball just caught the outside corner. Strike 2. Fouls it back. They were barking at that last pitch. Ball 4. Second walk given up by Patton. That brings up Catfish Hunter. He's 0 for 1. He struck out in the 3rd. He's a good bunter. He squares the bunt. Fisk calls time, goes out to confer with Patton. Fastball. Fisk pounce on it. Barehanded play. Throws out Manguel at 3rd. Ooh. That was a gutty play by Fisk. No throw to 1st. And that puts Brooks at 2nd. Hunter at 1st. 2 outs. Nice play by the rookie. Let's watch that one again. Instead of going for the sure out, he pegs Manguel at 3rd. That brings up Mike Hegan, the hottest hitter in baseball, hitting .492 right now. He's 2 for 2. He singled in the 1st and hit a solo home run in the 3rd. He's hitting .460 against right-handers. Swing and a miss, strike 1. Strike 2 called. Looks at strike 3. No runs, no hits, no errors. 2 left. We played 5 in Oakland. It's an official game here. It is Boston 2, Oakland 1. Patton created himself a jam, walking 2 Oakland batters in the 5th, but he pitched his way out of it. In the 6th inning for Boston, it will be Petrocelli, Miller, and Aparicio. Petrocelli is 0 for 2 today. It's a grounder right back to the mound. And Hunter kicks it. Oh, that's his 2nd error of the game. His first error ended up costing him because that was on Tommy Harper, and he came around to score in the third. That brings up Rick Miller, who's 1 for 2 with a single. In there at the knee, strike one. Lays down a bunt. Bando to Tennis covering first. That's one out. Petrocelli takes second on the sacrifice. That brings up Aparicio. He is 0 for 2 today. Swing and a miss on a fastball. Strike one. Low and outside, ball one. Breaking ball low, ball two. That was just barely low. Grounder to short. Campaneris has it. Looks Petrocelli back. Throws out Aparicio. 2 outs. And here's Danny Cater. He's 0 for 2. Ball high, ball one. Strike one called. Low, ball two. Swing and a miss on a fastball. Strike two. Hunter's fastball is in the about a high 80s. Grounder up the middle, base hit. Petrocelli looks at the plate, but he'll stop. Runners at the corners, 2 outs. Anybody a little faster probably would have took the chance on scoring with the pitcher coming up. Jackson has a good arm in the outfield. That brings up Marty Patton. He's 1 for 2. He has a double today. He is 2 for 15 on the season, and both of his hits have been doubles. Curveball just off the ground, ball one. Got the inside corner, strike one. It's fly ball into left center. Brooks Jackson back. Home run, Marty Patton. His first home run of the year. I gotta check. That is his first career home run. His career goes back to 1968 when he was with the Angels, then with the Pilots in 69 and the Brewers in 70 and 71, and now the Red Sox in 72. Three-run homer, that makes it 5-1 Boston. That is 3 more unearned runs for Catfish Hunter today. That brings up Tommy Harper, who's 0 for 3. He was safe on an error in the third and came around to score. The 1-1 pitch. Grounder back to the mound. Hunter has it. Throws him out. But the Red Sox get 3 runs, all unearned. 2 hits, 1 error, no one left. We go to the bottom of the 6th. It is Boston 5, Oakland 1. In the 6th for Oakland will be Gene Tennis, Reggie Jackson, and Sal Bando. Tennis is 0 for 2 today. The 0-2 pitch. Grounder down the first base line. That's foul. Grounder up the middle. Base hit. That brings up Reggie Jackson. He's 1 for 2 today with a single. Swing and a miss on a fastball. Strike 1. Changeup. Inside. Ball 1. Jackson, it's a fly ball into right field. Smith going back at the wall. He could just watch that one go. Home run number 7 for Reggie Jackson. It's 5-3 Boston. That brings up Sal Bando, who's 0 for 2. He has an 8-game hitting streak going. 3-2 pitch. Grounder to second. Griffin's up with it. Throws him out. 1 out. Here's Bert Campaneris. He's 0 for 2 today. Fastball, he bunts. Fisk has it, throws him out. 2 outs. Tried getting on with a drag bunt there, but wasn't able to get on. That brings up Angel Manguel, who's 0 for 1 with a walk. The 1-1 pitch. Grounder to third. Petrocelli throws the first. 3 outs. 2 runs, 2 hits, no errors, no one left. We played 6 here in Oakland. It is Boston 5, Oakland 3. This is WJST in Parma, Norwich, and Tuscaloosa. In the 7th inning for Boston, Doug Griffin leads off. He is 1 for 2 with a single. Carlton Fisk is on deck. The 2-0 pitch. Grounder up the middle. Fisk, or Tennis, to his right. Backhands it. Throws him out. 1 out. Here's the kid, Carlton Fisk. He is 3 for 3 today with a double, and he driven in 2 runs. Single in the first. He doubled in the third, scoring Tommy Harper. Doubled in the fifth, or singled in the 5th, scoring Marty Patton. Fisk is a native of New Hampshire. The 1-1 pitch. Fly ball into left field. Brooks has it. 2 outs. That brings up Reggie Smith, who's 0 for 3 today. The 1-0 pitch. Grounder back to the mound. Hunter throws him out. Nothing across for Boston in the 7th. We played 6.5 innings here in Boston, or in Oakland rather. Boston 5, Oakland 3. Sixth inning featured a pair of home runs. Marty Patton, the pitcher, hit a 3-run homer to put Boston ahead 5-1. And then Oakland responded in the bottom of the 6th when Reggie Jackson hit a 2-run homer, making it 5-3. We have another final from Kansas City. The Royals beat the Tigers 4-3. Ed Kirkpatrick hit his 3rd home run for Kansas City. Boy, that Ed Kirkpatrick, he murders the Indians. I know the Indians aren't playing today, but he's just an Indian killer. Ted Abernathy gets the win for Kansas City, and Mickey Lolich takes the loss for Detroit. Let's see, the bottom of the 7th. It will be the bottom of the order for Oakland. Duncan, Brooks, and Hunter. And I'm going to take a quick time out. I'll be right back. And we're back. I needed some refreshing Rocket Fuel malt liquor. Dave Duncan leads off for Oakland. He's over 2 today. The 2-1 pitch. Liner in the left center, base hit. That brings up Bobby Brooks. He is 0 for 1 with a walk today. Swing and a miss, strike one. Inside, ball one. Liner in the right field. Smith coming in. He has it. 1 out. That brings up Catfish Hunter. He is 0 for 2 today. He squares the bunt. Fisk makes another great play on a bunt. He throws it. Griffin recovering. It's his second great play on a bunt today. Hunter's out. Duncan moves to second on the sacrifice. 2 outs. That brings up Mike. Oh my God. Mike Hegan. He's 2 for 3 with a single and a home run today. He struck out in the 5th. Base hit in the left field. Miller's up with it. Duncan rounds third. He's coming in to score. The throw to the plate. It's over Fisk's head. Hegan took second on the throw, and he takes third on the error. That's his third hit of the game. It's 5-4, Oakland. He's on third, representing the tying run. Gene Tennis is up. He's 1 for 3 with a single. He singled and scored in the 6th. Reggie Jackson's on deck. Grounder up the middle. Aparicio to his left has it. Throws him out. 3 outs, but Oakland gets 1 run. 2 hits, 1 error. They left 1 man on base. We played 7 here at Oakland Coliseum. It is Boston 5, Oakland 4. For the Red Sox in the 8th, it will be Petrocelli, Miller, and Aparicio. Petrocelli is 0 for 3 today. He hits a fly ball in a left field. Brooks is there. Oh, he dropped it. Error number 3 for Brooks. That's the 3rd error of the day for Oakland. That brings up Rick Miller, rookie. He's 1 for 2. He had a single in the 2nd. He had a sacrifice bunt in the 6th. Sitting 200 with runners in scoring position. Curveball inside, ball 1. Lays down a bunt, but that goes foul. Strike 1. Bando moves in. Joe Horland getting up to warm up for the Oakland. Missed ball 2. Pops it up. Duncan's after it. He's got it. 1 out. That brings up Luis Aparicio, who's 0 for 3 today. Sitting 211 with runners in scoring position. Swing and a miss, strike 1. Ball 1. Base hit into right field. Petrocelli holds at third. Tennis couldn't get to it. I think a regular second baseman might have been able to make that play. That brings up Danny Cater. He's 1 for 3 with a single. They're pulling the infield in. He singled and scored in the 6th. Swing and a miss, strike 1. Too high, ball 1. Hits a shallow fly ball in the center field. Jackson coming in, he's got it. And Petrocelli holds. He is not challenging Jackson's arm. Marty Patton's a scheduled hitter. He's 2 for 3 with a double and a home run. Let's see. Nope, they're calling him back. Bob Berta will pinch hit. Bob Berta is hitting .333. No home runs, no runs batted in. He's 2 for 6. I believe he's 1 for 4 as a pinch hitter. Berta was a career National Leaguer, playing with the Giants, the Braves, and the Cardinals before coming over to Boston. He's a lifetime .262 hitter. Hit .286 last year for the Cardinals. Not too bad. Runners at the corners, 2 outs. Boston leads by 1. Low and outside, ball 1. Too low, ball 2. Just inside, ball 3. Just below the belt, strike 1. Base hit in the right field. Petrocelli comes around to score. Aparicio around second. He'll take third. Here comes Dick Williams. That'll be all for Catfish Hunter. Hunter pitched 7 2/3. He gave up 10 hits, gave up 6 runs, but only one of those has been earned. Gave up 1 home run. He didn't walk anybody. He didn't strike out anybody. And he is responsible for Aparicio and Berta. But if either one of those 2 runners score, those will be unearned runs also. Joe Horland comes in to pitch. Horland's making his 4th appearance of the year. He's pitched 4 1/3 innings. He's given up 4 hits. He's walked 1. He struck out 3. Horland won the Cy Young Award in 1967. He was signed by Oakland on April 20th, 5 days into the season. He had spent his entire career before this with the White Sox. Became a regular starter with the White Sox in 1962. And as I mentioned, he won the Cy Young Award in 1967 when he was 18 12. He has a lifetime record of 116 wins, 128 losses, 3 saves. Last year with the White Sox, when they won the American League West, he was 8-12 with one save. He's 35 years old. And all in all, he had a pretty decent career with the White Sox. Tommy Harper is 0 for 4 today. Swing and a miss, strike one. Base hit into left field. Aparicio scores. Bird around second. He'll take third. It's 7-4, Boston. Doug Griffin's up. He's 1 for 3 with a single and a sacrifice bunt. Curveball, swing and a miss, strike one. Little high, ball one. Ball two. Pitches in there for a strike. Harper takes off for second. He is in there without a throw. That is stolen base number 5. Dave Eddie Casco, manager of the Red Sox. I think him and Dick Williams, former member of the Red Sox, are aligned at even with like a 3-run lead. You don't stop trying to add to that lead. So there's 2 men in scoring position, 2 outs. Outside, ball 3. Grounder to short. Campaneris is up with it. The throw to first. 3 outs. But Boston got 2 runs. 3 hits. There was 1 error and 2 men left. We go to the bottom of the 8th. It is Boston 7, Oakland 4. Coming in to pitch for Boston, Gary Peters, making his 4th appearance of the season. He has an ERA of 6.0. He's pitched 3 innings. He's given up 3 hits. He's walked 3. He's struck out 2. Peters' last appearance was against California on May 10th. He pitched 1 inning, gave up 3 hits and 2 runs. Like Joe Horlen, Gary Peters was a longtime member of the Chicago White Sox. Was a regular starter with them from 1963 until 1969. And he was a regular starter with Boston in 1970 and 1971. So he and Joe Horlen were part of the same rotation for a while, along with Tommy John. Reggie Jackson leads off the 8th for Oakland. He's 2 for 3 with a home run, a 2-run homer, and a single. The 3-2 pitch. Fastball. Oh, he tried to get out of the way, but he got hit in the leg. Peters is the hardest throwing pitcher that we've seen today. And like Catfish Hunter, he keeps the ball up, so he could be prone to the gopher ball occasionally. Let's see. Yeah, last year in 34 starts, he gave up 26 home runs, gave up 28 the year before. At Fenway Park. Even pitching for the White Sox in the much bigger Comiskey Park, he gave up 27 home runs in 1964. He's given up 162 home runs in his career. That brings up Sal Bando, who's 0 for 3. He has an 8-game hitting streak on the line. Fouls it back, strike one. Grounder down the first base line, that's foul. Swing and a miss, strike three. One out. Here's Bert Campaneris. He's 0 for 3 today. Fastball, ball one. Oh, he got hit in the shoulder. That looks like that might have been intentional. I don't know if there's some bad blood between Peters and Campaneris. That brings up Angel Manguel. He's 0 for 2 today with a walk. He represents the tying run. Fouls it back, strike one. Sharp grounder to first. Cater to Aparicio for one. Back to first. Double play. 3-6-3 double play. No runs, no hits, no errors. One left. We go to the ninth. It is Boston 7, Oakland 4. Carlton Fisk leads off for Boston in the ninth. He's 3 for 4 today. Hit an infield single in the first. He doubled in the third. That scored Tommy Harper. He singled in the fifth. That scored Marty Patton. And he flied out to Bobby Brooks in the seventh. The payoff pitch. 3-2 from Horland. Ball four. Bob Locker gets up to warm up for Oakland. Here's Reggie Smith, who's 0 for 4 today. Smith is one of those guys I always hate to see come up, especially when my team is trying to protect a lead. High and away, ball two. This guy's like murder at Fenway Park. Strike one called on a changeup. At the shoulders, ball three. Ball four, too low. Second walk given up by Horland. Here's Rico Petrocelli. He's 0 for 4. Too low, ball one. Ball two. Horland cannot find the strike zone right now. Ball three. That was in there at the belt. Strike one. Grounder to second. Tennis to Campaneris for one. To first. Double play. 4-6-3 double play. That brings up Rick Miller, who's 1 for 3 with a single. He had a single in the second and a sacrifice bunt in the sixth. Swing and a miss. Strike one on a changeup. It's a hard grounder to short. Campaneris is up with it. Throw to first. 3 outs. No runs, no hits, no errors, one left. We go to the bottom of the ninth. Boston leads Oakland 7-4. Gary Peters is back out for the ninth. It will be Dave Duncan, Bobby Brooks, and the pitcher spot. Duncan is 1 for 3. He had a single and a walk today. The 2-2 pitch. It's fly ball in a left field. Miller's going back, and it's gone. Home run. Home run number 7 for Dave Duncan. That makes it 7-5. That brings up the left fielder, Bobby Brooks. He's 0 for 2 with a walk today. The 1-0 pitch. Base hit in the left field. He's on with a single. Pinch hitting for Oakland is Joe Rudi. Rudy's hitting .250 this season. No home runs, 5 runs batted in. He is hitless as a pinch hitter. Oh, he's 0 for 2 as a pinch hitter. Outside, ball 1. Fouls it back. Strike 1. Cut the outside corner. Strike 2. He hits a deep fly ball into left center. Miller's going back. It's off the wall. Brooks rounds third. He's going to score. Miller throws at a cutoff man. It's 7-6. Raleigh Fingers is warming up for Oakland. Here is Mike Hegan, the hottest hitter in baseball right now. He is 3 for 4 today with 2 singles and a home run. He had a solo home run in the 3rd, and his single in the 7th scored Dave Duncan. He represents the winning run. He's hitting .615 with a home run with runners in scoring position. That was a curveball. Strike 1 called. Swing and a miss on a fastball. Strike 2. Liner down the left field line. That's foul. Inside, ball 1. High and inside, ball 2. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Ground ball down the first base line. That's foul. It's a sharp grounder to second. Griffin's up with it. Throws to first. 1 out. Joe Rudi moves to third. That brings up Gene Tennis. He's 1 for 4 today with a single. Changeup, strike 1 called. Swing and a miss, strike 2. Hits a shallow fly ball into right field. Reggie Smith coming in. Rudi tags. He's going to hold. Why take a chance on Reggie Smith's arm when you have Reggie Jackson coming up? 2 outs. Reggie Jackson at the plate. He's 2 for 3 today with a single and a 2-run home run. He had a 2-run homer in the 6th. Sitting 200 with runners in scoring position and 2 outs. Pops it up. It's out of play. Strike 1. In tight, ball 1. Swing and a miss, strike 2. Strike 3 call. That's the game. 2 runs, 3 hits, no errors, 1 left. Final score, Boston 7, Oakland 6. Boston had 7 runs, 11 hits, 2 errors. They left 8 men on base. Oakland had 6 runs, 10 hits, 3 errors. They left 6 men on base. Marty Patton gets the win. He's 2-2, while Jim Hunter takes his first loss of the year. He's 5-1. Gary Peters gets a save. That's his first save of the year. Jim Hunter got hamstrung by poor fielding, including his own. Gave up 7 runs, but only one of those was earned. He gave up 6 unearned runs. Gave up 10 hits, no walks, no strikeouts. While Marty Patton, the star of the game, he went 7 innings. Gave up 7 hits, 4 runs. 3 of those were earned. He gave up 2 home runs, one to Mike Hegan, one to Reggie Jackson. He walked 2, he struck out 3. And Gary Peters, 2 innings in relief, gave up 3 hits, 2 runs, both earned. And he gave up a home run to Joe Rudy, or Dave Duncan, rather, I'm sorry. While Joe Horland pitched an inning and a third in relief for Oakland, giving up 1 hit and walking 2. Marty Patton is, aside from what he did on the mound, went 2 for 3 with a double and a home run. He drove in 3 runs today. And rookie Carlton Fisk went 3 for 4 with 2 runs batted in. While Reggie Jackson went 2 for 4 with a home run, drove in 2. Dave Duncan went 2 for 4 with a home run. And baseball's hottest hitter, Mike Hegan, went 3 for 5 with a home run again today, driving in 2. The time of this game was 2 hours and 47 minutes. Oakland's record drops to 12-7, while Boston raises theirs to 7-12. Once again, the final score: Boston 7, Oakland 6. Hope you enjoyed this game and its exciting conclusion, and thank you for watching.